Good morning, good morning. I'm back. Wow, 1 week missed. It feels like I haven't talked to you guys forever. Okay, so let me just do a couple of sharings here. Whoops. Okay, oh, we've already got some people on here. Hello, Dali. Dali forgot this morning. I had a Facebook Live and we were just chatting. I'm like, I think I better go now. That was too funny. Too funny. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. I know, I just all this sharing. Let's see, where are we? My voice is raspy today. I have no idea. I'd like to think it sounds sexy, but that's just me. It's not really raspy, it's more like nasally. Okay, here we go. We are done. Okie dokie. So how is everybody? Good morning, Terry. Good morning, men. I'm so happy to be here. What can I say? I'm happy to see you lovely ladies. I don't know how to make my screen's not going big. There we go. Hi, Kirsty. I know Dali and I have such an we have a friend, actually 2 friends probably between us, called Christy. So every time we see your name, of course, the first thing that comes out is Christy, but it's Kirsty, Dali, Kirsty, K-A-R, just like Kirby. How you doing, Kirsty? Hi, Lynette. Oh, did you guys miss me? Did you miss my loud mouth? What can I tell you? I managed to puncture my hand fighting with an avocado pit, and it wasn't until the next day that I decided to go. I actually called my doctor's office, and they said you better get to urgent care. And then I had a tetanus shot, and they couldn't really give me stitches. They put me in this awful bandage, which I'm still wearing at night, and I'm much better. But I managed to damage some nerves. I mean, you can hardly see the cut. It was down here, but I am telling you guys, I've had a lot of knocks and bruises in my life. Never anything this painful. I just could not believe it. And even now, this finger here doesn't straighten out very much. So I'm going to keep it really simple, hence the simple tag, because I don't want to overdo it or knock over something like water or anything like that. So hey, it was an excuse. I got my taxes done. I did some other little playing, and actually I was a bit naughty because I was actually working on a commission while I was not well. I should actually show you guys what I was working on. So I had a lady who had contacted me and said her mum's favourite flower was an iris, and that she wanted something that represented the iris flower, but she also wanted a bird in it. And she needed 5 of them because there's 5 people in her family, daughters, granddaughters, and herself, and her mum's unfortunately passed, so they wanted something to represent that. So I did a bird that is like a peace bird, like a dove, and then can you see the irises in the back? So anyway, I made 5 of these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This was with my finger not doing good, so I was quite impressed. They've all got like lots of detail. They got roses with diamantes in the back, and they got crackle and yumminess on the top of them. So this is what I was doing while I was not supposed to be doing anything. But they need it by Mother's Day, so I had to get it done. So I was busy. I wasn't just sitting around on my laurels. Okay, so today, a couple of announcements. Yeah, I am nasally a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Oh, thank you, Min. I know, she's a customer and she always does my workshops, and she actually lives very close to us here, and I don't know, she had asked me, and you know what I'm like. I'm an empath at it. I can't say it now. I have empathy. So when she said it to me, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was just like, forget about the finger and the hand. I'll do it. So I'm going to actually drop those off later today. But anyway, getting back to this. Thank you, Lynette. Getting back to this. A couple of announcements. So we are going to have, I think Dahlia and I discussed this. If not, I think I'm at least messaged this to her. But for the month of May, we've got 2 winners for the April colour baby pink. We're going to be picking 2 winners. I think the winners have already been picked by Dahlia. I just haven't had a chance to find out who. They don't tell me, so I can't be biased. And so they'll have a choice because there's 2 workshops. So they can either do this workshop here and follow along to see what I do. This is May the 30th. This is the Rustic Paris papers. This is rice paper and the Pentart metallic paints, and of course the Rustic Paris collection stencil and stamp. So that's May the 30th. And this one is actually coming up. This is Create Ink Art Moments. Remember, if you guys were on that Facebook Live, this was Mummy and me, but really it's Moments. And this one's coming up actually not even, Sunday on the 16th. So it's about a week and a half away. And we got lots of people already on this one. It's a Facebook Live. I am going to be creating a prep video for you guys so that you can prep ahead of time before the actual live, and I will be sending out the link to that private group to everybody who's signed up. So stay tuned for a prep video from me. So this is on the 16th. Dahlia, I'll make sure you can send it to your peeps there too. May's color is green, not lime green, any green, I guess, Dahlia, right? Hi, Jill. Yeah, thank you, Min. It's so hard because this is like kind of like the first Mother's Day for them, so very, very hard. So they are very near and dear to my heart. It's hard to part with some stuff like that sometimes, but they're hers. So color is green for May, so get at her. And again, that will be for getting into the workshops, the prize for it. We have a YouTube hop coming up called the Seaside YouTube hop. We'll be doing a teaser on May the 6th, another teaser on May the 8th, and then the videos will be released on the 11th. So this is my little tag that I made, and I say it's little because it's little. I hope you like. This is so simple to do. Simple for anybody that's hurt their hand. Hello, Pat, how are you this morning? But I just love the effect. And I like the colors that I use too on it. So why don't we go ahead and create that today? So I did a lot of my legwork ahead of time because I just wanted to make sure, in case my hand wasn't 100%, that I wasn't going to be struggling with cutting. So I've just used the largest round nesting die right here. And I have taken my saying moments from our Inspire Notes stamp, and I've just done it in black stays on and then gone around with it with black stays on. And these are just die cuts that I have. To be honest with you, don't even know. Think they're Tim Holtz. They're in one of those plastic containers. And then from one of our most popular stamp sets, we have the Crackle Rose. So these are, I've got two, I only need one, but I thought in case I mess up, they're the rose. So I've done those with Stays On because we're going to be putting some media mist on there. So we want this to make sure it's permanent. And what else are we using? And then we're going to use the butterfly stencil. And basically not too much else. Of it Stays On. Some Decoupage matte medium, white acrylic paint, and these are the colors I'm picking to do the tag with, but you can pick any of the colors. This is a medium mist right here, so yeah, so you can have at it. So the first thing that we're going to do, let's take this all off here, shall we? This was my show and tell black piece of paper, but I managed to get splatters on it. Okay, so what are we going to do first? First, we're going to make sure we got baby wipes. Not that we need lots of them. Okay, so hello Sheila, good morning, good morning. And Sheila did an amazing piece using birdsong, which I never would have thought of. She mixed mediated it up. It's on my Facebook page as well as at Scrap Chicks. So go do check it out. So we have this. So the first thing that we're going to do is I have fallen in love with all the black and white rice papers. Sometimes you go back and you look at stuff and you ask yourself, why have I never used this before? And this is a really interesting one because it's got like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is that a pomegranate? I don't know. I know that's a flower. I think that's a pomegranate. We got a butterfly right there. So let's put these aside. Now, I fall in love with the black and white rice paper. We have very many different styles. We have steampunk, we have writing, we have music, we even have a violin, vases, we got all kinds. And I've never really used it other than my own pip art black and white rice paper. But if you have a look, you can see this in the background where I've used it. Again, remember, mixed media is all about building texture and having a different feel and having different layers and everything. So you can see here, right under there. So even though some of it gets covered up, I know how visually pleasing it is to my eye. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Ouch, I just banged my hand. Did you see that? See, that's me not thinking that it still hurts or forgetting that it still hurts. So let's come in and let's put some patterns on this. So I really like the leaf look because I was working with flowers, so I wouldn't mind keeping that leafy look in here again. I don't really care for this big piece here. The good news is though, we're going to be coming in with a white brayer, so we can play around with that. The other thing that I do really like this butterfly here too. So maybe we'll put the butterfly we'll put that in the corner. So the way I'm going to tear this, as you guys know, is to do it with water. Never knew how much a tetanus shot hurt. My little sister kept saying, I'll come with you, I'll drive you. And I'm like, nah, I've had loads of shots. Don't worry about it, it'll be fine. Got there and the doctor says, oh, you know, it's going to feel like a punch. I'm not going to lie, and it's going to hurt for a week. And I'm thinking, oh, really? How's it going to feel like a punch? I tell you, I didn't feel the needle. All I felt was a punch. It's the most horrible injection to get, but it's my fault because I haven't had one for like 15 years. So anyway, I've got him to do it in my left arm because this was not rendered useful anyway at that point. Anyway, my arm still hurts. Am I whinging today about my injury? I think it's because I'm trying to convince myself, really, how could such a small little thing, maybe now I'm thinking in my head, how could such a small little thing cause so much pain? I am shocked. Who knew? My own nerves would get on my nerves. Okay, I'm talking too much and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here. I missed you guys, that's what's happened. I am on Crafting Together with All Brands on Sunday. I don't know what I'm going to do, so it might change at any moment. But I might do a birdhouse like the one I did for the ladies, but using the birdsong paper. Kind of like I've done, you guys have probably seen it. I've done one already. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I like the torn rather than cut, because then the fibers will blend right into the piece that you're working on, okay? Don't mind having a little bit of this dark bit here. So just bear with me as I try to work with a sore hand. Okay, so still got lots of that rice paper. Great for doing mixed media backgrounds. I could have used London there. There's a little flower there too, and all kinds of stuff. So let's just put that one out the way, and then let's have a look. Anything extra we have, it doesn't matter. We can just cut it right off. Just trying to think how I want that. Kind of almost like it. Maybe we could have more of it showing. Definitely know I want this there. So I'm gonna. I don't know how much of the butterfly we'll have left showing, but let's try it anyway, shall we? Because we can, right? So I'm just going to come on with the Decoupage matte medium. Yeah, I mean, I probably would not have gotten another tetanus shot until I was forced to, just kind of like I was. It's not something that I would think to keep up with, to be honest. Just not good. But yeah, anyway. Kind of wanted my butterfly on an angle. Now, that's too high for me. Been indecisive today. Because I've got to come in with the white, with the brayer, so I know most of this is going to get taken away. I'm just going to come in with a layer over top. Kind of just like the butterfly, to be honest with you. I don't know about the flowers now, because I don't know how much of them will actually show. So she's there. I'll put that there. I'm doing a Dali special. I'm just going along with whatever I feel I want to do. I'm not really thought it out per se. So yes, it doesn't look like too much right now. I'm just trying to get the smaller little pieces. I don't want too many big pieces. Like, I don't want the big flowers in there. like I said, you're not actually going to see much of this anyway by the time it's said and done. Okay, we're going to give this a dry now. We're going to be doing, between each layer, we're going to be doing some brayering. So let's put this away. Let's put our brush in the water and let's dry this. Okay, now I'm actually going to put my acrylic paint on this. Actually, I might get a paper towel and put it on there to make the, oh, that should be fine. Talking to myself today, lots of talking to myself. Let me move this over a little bit and then get that in a screenshot. Okay, so then what you want to do, actually I should have probably, let's do it this way, is to pick up some of the white paint on your brayer, just like this. And then what you want to do is you want to come in just like this, not too much. This will also start giving you texture and toughening up your tag, which you can straighten out after. But you see how you're getting rid of the harshness of that rice paper? So don't be afraid, because even where I'm going over it, you can still see it. But do you see the texture you're getting with the brayer? Because when you're doing it with the brayer, you're not exactly getting even paint on, because you're going like just a little bit here and there. You're not doing this like you would a roller when you're painting a wall. You're just coming in and lifting off. So come in and lift off. I'm going to keep doing this till you are happy with where you've got this to. So I don't want to cover my butterfly up too much, but I don't want it to the point where it's a sore feature in it either. Okay, so you can still tell that there's a butterfly back there. And just keep putting up paint till you are happy. So roll and lift off, just roll and lift off. No matter which way you go, just roll and lift off. That's too dark for me there. So that's pretty mellow now. We've got rid of some of those harsh lines. Again, we're creating texture and we're creating our background. Okay, now if it's too dark for you, you can keep going back and forth in this. We're going to dry this now. Hi Martin. Look, I did manage to do my nails though, while I was not doing much else. Painted them. I'm just gonna check where my how my layout is. You know, that's one thing I think I always tell you guys. Always keep going back to how you want your layouts, because it allows you then to position which way you want your paper, your background. So if I was to have it like that, then my butterfly is slightly slanted. Now, my butterfly, I feel, is too big for my little rose here, but we are going to go with it. The other option is to flip this over, cover the butterfly, and have the leaves on this side. But I really like my butterfly, even though it's a bit big. You could always have moments over the butterfly too. But I think her on an angle, I kind of like it, like she's flying off to the moments. I'll just make up my stuff as I go along. Now you're going to use your stencil, and wouldn't get like a super busy pattern, but a nice enough pattern. Again, now you're building your next layer, and you're actually going to, for this, you will need to use Stays On or some kind of permanent ink, because we're going to be putting spray on this, so we don't want this to come off. Now, you're not going to go in super deep, you're just going in to create more layers of texture, just like this. So not too deep, almost kind of ghosting around it very gently. Now you see, as I mentioned to you, it's not too much of that rice paper. It's a texture thing. I can still see the leaves coming out. I can see the leaves hanging out down there. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. So once you've done that, make sure that you clean your stencil. And I just use, for us, we just get it at Walmart. It's 91% isopropyl alcohol. Is that how you say it? Isopropyl. Is that how you say it? And then what you want to do is just clean off your stencil, and then it will take all the black Stays On off it, okay? Otherwise, it will become permanent, and you don't want that. Okay, so that's the stencil used. Now, what you're going to do again is you're going to come in with your brayer again. And any areas, again, see, we just want to create that. Don't know if you can see. We want to create that texture. Just, yeah, we create the texture over the stenciling. And you just want to come in and do the same thing. You want to just go in and lift off, go in and lift off. So I'm just working with the white paint that I still had there for my brayer. Okay, now next step, what we're going to do, dry. Oh, thanks, Gloria. Thanks, Gloria. I was just telling Roya I've been missing you because I haven't been hearing from you very much lately. And I was telling her, I said, I hope Gloria's okay. I haven't heard from her. She hasn't been bugging me like she always does. I will put the second rose on it. That's a good idea to try and balance out. Although I do like things in threes, but very good idea. Love it. See, it's nice when I say things out aloud because then I get to find out other ideas I can use. Now, what we're going to do, see that it still continues the layering. So now what I'm going to use, and good news for those of you who are waiting on the Paris stamp and the stencil, it is coming, it is coming. They were stuck in delivery, but they should be here next week. So the reason I'm using this stamp is because I love the cursive writing on this. Cursive. So normally I use my left hand to press, but I'm going to have to use my right here. And all we're going to do is we're just going to come in and we're going to create a darker texture. That's all we're doing. Just a little bit here and there to create some variance. I don't like it when there we go, I feel better now. I just don't like it when it all kind of does a straight line. Okay, my stamps are never clean. I think Tim Holtz would love me because he doesn't either. That's all you're using this for. You're just using it for that writing. This is a Rustic Paris stamp. And now I will show you what that looks like. So already this is a gorgeous like black, and you're trying to control yourself. Well, you don't ever have to, my friend. So there you have it. So this is what it looks like so far. Now, if you wanted at this point, you could come in with your white. If any of it feels a little bit too dark, I am just going to come in and fade out the sides of the writing. That's all I'm going to do because I quite like the dark look of that. But you are doing a really good job of controlling yourself. Wow, that's some control. Okay, so let's give this a dry. Now, the sprayers I know with acrylic paint, they're really good to clean because they're like a rubbery thing and they come right off the paint. The paint comes right off. Hand sanitizer, yes, hand sanitizer works too. I just find that this big bottle is like, for us, like $4 or $5. So I just find that this goes a long way. I use it actually to clean this too, or anything. Okay, so while we've got this stays on here, which I keep shutting, stays on dries out so fast. I'm just going to do the edges because you guys know I don't like anything without the edges not done. It's bendy, but obviously you can straighten it out after, just because it's still a little bit wet. Okay, so I just want it darker. I really want it to stick out. I get high if this stays on. It smells so strong. Now this is where we get to colour it in. I always keep my stays on in here because I just don't want it to go onto anything else. But you will find that the stays on will chew through your blender sponge quite quickly. So I'm just straightening this out a little bit. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. Okay, so now for background color, all I'm going to do is, I don't know why, I don't really use oranges and yellows a lot. But for the background color, I'm going to be using this Stamperia mixed media aqua color called Aquamarine. And all I'm going to do is actually just drop some down. Now, I'm not spraying it on because I want more control of where it's at. And then I'm going to spray a bit of water on that once I figure out what I did with my water bottle. Yeah, I see I have two, so this one's a bit closer. So I'm just gonna spray it, and then I'm just gonna want to pick up more color on this side to begin with, and you can see the color there. So this just gives me more of a controlled thing in terms of where I want it. So then you're going to dry this, because you don't want to come in with more, because you will keep getting rid of this effect here. So had you used another black ink pad, it would have gotten everywhere by now, especially with the Distress ink or Distress Oxide, because with the water it would have got activated. Okay, so same thing here, give it a bit of a spritz. I don't want the color to be too deep, you see, because when it gets really deep, it kind of takes away from the look I'm kind of going for. Although it's personal preference, I mean, dark doesn't matter. So I'm quite happy with the color I've got going on there. Bring a little bit into the bottom, but I also want to touch up the sides a little bit, but I don't want it super dark, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a spray, and then I'm ever so gently just going to fold this a little bit and just pick up a little dab here and there, because I don't want the concentration on this side. So can you see, I've just got a little dab here and there. And I'll do one right here where the white is. But mainly it's down on this side. You can see it a little bit there. So I'm just going to clean that up, because that's okay. Waste not, want not. And then let's just go ahead and dry this. Thank you, Min. I really like it. It really worked for me, because I'm not doing too much of this with my hand. But you're right, it's so delicate. So I did it on a round tag, because I'm always working on square stuff, and it's nice to actually change it up a little bit, and even, you know, for myself to work with something that's a round base. But this would be great on a card. Yeah, it's very girly. It would be great on a card. You could make a card with it. If you did it on a square, there's so many options. You could do it for a background, for a canvas that you're working on. So many different options. So in terms of the flowers, what I did with the flowers was actually quite simple. It's really just about I'm going to stick with, I love the orange, so I'm going to, or should we do red? Should we do red and yellow? Because we have an orange one. Let's do red and yellow. Let's see how that goes. So we're just going to put this aside now. Now, if you want, you can come in with more of the brayer. And all you're going to do is you're just going to drop a little bit of red in the middle, just like that. Then you're going to drop a little bit of red in the middle, just like that, okay? And then what you're going to do is just come in and give it a spritz, just like that, okay? And then you can, anywhere where it's too much for you, just pick it off and it comes right off, okay? Now again, make sure you're drying in between, but do you see how it's kind of dispersed itself on the flower? So I want my middle to be a little bit more concentrated. So I'm going to come in with a little bit more red. I might actually not even spray it too much because I'm loving the brightness of this red rose. Give this a little bit of red there. See, with sprays, sometimes it's nice just to use a nozzle. So I'm really loving the brightness. I'm not going to actually water this one down. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the same with the lemon. And we're going to come in around the sides, just like this. This is really why you need the stays on underneath it. Are roses red and yellow? I don't know. There's so many hybrids now. Okay, and then we're going to come in and spritz so that kind of goes into the red a little bit. And pick it up where you don't want it, take it right off. It's just if you want that watercoloured effect that you have to do it this way. I'm sure there's easier ways of doing it. Flying away on me. Now for the leaves, so I'll see if you guys can see, it's a very much like a watery colory kind of effect, albeit this one, because I kept the water on it, I didn't concentrate like the red one. You can see the orange has gone into the yellow a little bit. Here the yellow is quite yellow. So of course, you know, I'm going to have to do my thing here to make it less yellow. Oh, now I've taken half of that yellow away. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh, brought it back, it's okay. And then for my leaves, I just want to keep it the same green as I've got in my background. So I'm just going to come in with this. It's like painting with your sprays, to be honest. Of course, take your time at home and don't get too messy like me, and obviously do it a lot better. Oopsie daisy, got too much on that one. I think when you do it this way, and the reason I'm doing it this way, yes, I could have coloured it in with my Copics or my Prism colours or my alcohol or water-based pens and stuff like that. There's a reason I didn't, because I wanted that look where it wasn't tidy and perfection, it was more organic. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but that's how I wanted it. Okay, so now you have your two flowers, okay? Just going to give them more dry. I'm just using £110 cardstock, just in case anybody's wondering. Now, oh, they do look pretty, don't they? Oh, see how bright they are? That's what I love about the media inks. They're just so vibrant. Now, in order to tie this all together, we are going, because we use Oh, I wasn't going to spray, was I? Because we used the main color here, we put some in the back to tie this together. So we're going to tie this together now. And again, we're just going to strategically start picking some of that up so it's not watery enough. You don't want too much, but again, you want it so that it all ties in. If you get too much, come in and just pull it back like that, okay? Need some in the middle here. And then go ahead and dry. And this is entirely up to you how much you want to put on. But for me, it's just about tying it in a little bit more with the red in the flowers. So I'm going to dry that. And I'm going to actually see if I can't do a little bit more where it's more red and concentrated. Because it's kind of made it kind of pinkier. And I do really want it to be a little bit more redder. Best thing is always to try where you know you're going to have an element anyway. See, I like that red kind of more. I think it lends itself better to my flower. Yes, I do. I kind of like that color more. So experiment and play around. And I'm going to keep this side lighter because my feature side is on the other side. So now I'm happier. I want to dry this a little bit more because we've got quite a bit of water on it. Oh, thanks, Kirsty. Oh, thank you, Lynette. Hi, Liz. The really nice thing about the medium mist is that they have a little bit of a sheen to them. I don't know if you can see. Isn't that such a nice background just on its own? Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you're going to bring this all in together. So I'm just going to put some a couple of pop dots on the back of the roses. Now that I have two, it'll be interesting to see what their placement will be. Probably could have just used pop dots for this. And again, you know, I always say, and I really do mean this, these are just techniques when we kind of do our Facebook lives. Sometimes I'll do a full project, yes, but mostly it's just techniques. And it's really about taking these techniques to wherever you want these techniques to go to. It's not about this is what you have to recreate. This is really just about taking the techniques where you want to take them and doing your own thing. So I'm almost tempted to just cut that bottom rose off a little bit. So, and you guys know I don't mind my stuff if it's offset a little bit. It doesn't faze me. I kind of always don't like everything contained within my borders or frame. I actually like stuff to come off the side. So for me, having this a little bit off the side is perfectly fine. I love that. Just imagine actually just doing die cuts with the white on there. Look how pretty that background is. Or is it just me? Thanks, Pat. But isn't that just on its own with just moments? Nothing. So, how are we doing this? So you know what? I'm not going to waste too much time because you guys know me. and I will literally be here forever wanting to do how I want to do my background. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go for it and just stick it down and hope for the best. Now I want when I do this, I don't want to glue these pieces down here because I light them up. I don't want it flat, basically, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just going to use, of course, when you're at home, take your time in doing your composition. So again, I just want my middle bits to kind of stick. I don't want it all to stick. I like the look of it popping up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually splatter this first, because when I put the roses on, there's going to be no splatters under it. And I want there to be a continuity underneath, because I know that there's nothing under the roses, and you guys know I'm a bit weird like that. So we can actually probably just take this white paint here. Let's see, do I have my splatter brush here? Probably not. That's, maybe we'll try it. Okay. Have to be careful with my hand. So we're just going to come in and give it that good old, oh, this background is so pretty. I'm almost tempted not to put those roses on it. They're so pretty. Okay, let's give that a dry. So one thing, thank you guys, that's what I love about the media mist. You know, everybody just, you spray with them, but you have control with them too. It's not that you don't. Okay, we're nearly at the tail end now. Fiddling with trying to get this off, the pop dot thing. So I can't even remember where I said I was putting these, but so in hindsight, I think maybe I don't know. I do kind of like the yellow, but I think I like the orange and yellow more. Oopsie daisy, I've pulled my pop dot off. And a bigger tag because we're using the two roses. So that was because I wanted that butterfly in there. But I love it. Okay, so now we have the moments. Before you put the moments down, we're going to come back and now we're going to splatter over our roses. Okay, we're going to dry that. Because I don't want, I splatter while I've got, whoa! If I splatter while I've got my moments on it, I'm making myself laugh. I don't, it's such a beautiful, clean, crisp stamp, but I don't want to get a splash on it where all of a sudden the M is missing its bottom leg or something. Won't spend too much time drying that. So yeah, see, not a lot of white paint left, which is good. I'm happy about that. Let's put down the moments. I'm having such a hard time, so I don't even mind doing moment rather than having it to the side. Kind of actually, I don't know. Here I go with my confusion as usual. I don't want it on the side. I want it on my roses. I want it on my roses and I want it now. Okay, maybe I'll deal with that after and figure out what I'm going to do. I will show you this pretty tag on my black splattered show and tell piece of paper. There. And I hope you guys like it. Thank you, Gloria. But you see all the detail in the background? It's hard to tell. There's so much texture created from a couple of those techniques. This really is a very, very simple tag. It might look like it's took a while. It's because I'm slowly going through the techniques, but really you could probably just mass produce these tags. So I do like, I don't know now which one I like. I thought I was going to say the orange and yellow, but to be honest with you, I think they're both lovely in their own way. So you have that one there. Thanks, Lynette. You have that one there. And then you have this one here. So this one's more straighter. I like this composition-wise. This one, I don't like the composition on it as much. I'm my own worst critic. Backstreet Boys, I want it that way. Ha yeah, and I want it that way. I was gonna sing it, but then I thought I better not. I want it that way. See, I can't sing. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Don't share this video. Oh, it'll be on YouTube though. So there you have it. I hope you loved it. And really, medium mist. The vibrancy where I didn't water it down as much opposed to where I watered it down. It's hard to believe, albeit they're two different colors, but you can see the orange is very, very strong too. So you can just see that using water or different solvents or solutions in your current products can give them a different effect. Thank you, Terry. So there you have it. So that's today's Facebook Live. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back. Oh yes, just got it. Thanks, Min. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And Dali will be with us on Thursday. And I have to tell you all, this is so hard. Dali's doing a new release on Thursday. And if you love vintage and all things pretty, not pretty, yeah, kind of ledgery, kind of Victorian without saying too much, then you are going to love our May release, which releases on Thursday. It's an 8x8. It has a stamp and stencil, which are on their way to me right now. And I have the books already. And so Dali's going to take that release on Thursday. It's the 8x8. But I'm going to do a release next Tuesday for our next A3 large format book. And all I'm going to say is if you love blueprints, you're going to love the book. That's all I'm going to say. I hope I haven't given too much away. Blueprints and light bulbs, maybe the eye doctor. Interesting, hey? So those will be coming up in Jill. I know you already made some samples and you're sending them to Dali because you said the word blue. I knew exactly what they were. So anyway, we'll see you guys, and Dali will be with you guys Thursday. Meg's done today for that. Good to know. Okay, guys, I will probably see most of you on Sunday, crafting together with all brands. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for all the well wishes, and a shout out to RJ. I'm saying the initials only. RJ is a client turned good friend who happened to pop over with us. She says, I have a treat for you. And she came over the same day I actually had just finished cleaning up my hand and bandaging it up at home. Because I thought I was going to survive. And I thought she was bringing me goodies like, I don't know, muffins, cupcakes, because she was talking about chocolate chip banana bread. she actually came over and she cut my hair for me. And I asked her, I says, oh my God, what can I give you in return? And she goes, just a smile and to be happy. And I can feel myself getting emotional here right now. But I can't say enough to everybody, each and every one of you, for reaching out. And are you yearning? Reaching out, whether I've hurt my hand or not, and helping us survive COVID with our business. No, you know, obviously it's been very tough and it continues to be tough, but just want to say thank you to my awesome friends, every single one of you. And yeah, I love you guys and thank you. But yeah, I'm rocking my hair, it was going to be an inch. It's actually shoulder length now. It's so cute. Show it off to Dali every day. So thank you, RJ, you know who you are. I know you're at an appointment this morning, but you'll see this later. So anyway, just want to say thank you for that. Anyway, here you go. I'm actually loving these. I want to create more now. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.